Out of the legends of long ago comes the story of Prince Valiant, destined by deeds of valor to win his spurs at the court of King Arthur. They were terrible days and nights when Prince Valiant with his father, King Agwar, and a few faithful followers escaped from their enemies and sailed through the stormy northern seas, hoping to reach the island of Britain, but not knowing on what part of the rocky coast they would land, not knowing they were nearing the fens, the mysterious swamplands where the old witch Horrit dwelt.
Serpents and worms and wriggly pests, bats and spiders come out of your nests. Brimstone and fire, sulfur and flame. Who comes to these swamps, and what is his name?
Valiant son, are you afraid?
No, sir.
Land ho! Land ahead!
Land. It must be the island of Britain.
The land of King Arthur?
So you're not afraid, me pretty one. But twixt the dark of night and the gray of dawn, you may yet wish you'd never been born.
At least we're safe, lad, and we're not alone. There are more than 20 of us. We can now build a home and then plan the future. And as for you, my son, you'll have to learn how to defend yourself, how to be a courageous man. And so, in the mysterious, desolate swamplands, the young Prince Valiant began his training. He learned how to ride a horse, how to make use of the snare net and the short spear. He met many of the wild natives of Britain, some friendly, some hostile. And he heard stories about King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table at Camelot. And as he grew into young manhood, he yearned for adventure. You're anxious to prove yourself, my son.
With your permission, sir, I'll find my way to Camelot, the court of King Arthur.
Yes, I knew you had that in mind.
To become a knight.
I understand, lad.
And perhaps someday to enlist King Arthur's help to win back your kingdom.
My son, I can't stand in your way.
Yes, go find your adventure, me pretty one. But you'll rue this day when your spurs are won. So ride a fast horse as fast as you're able, if you would be a knight at King Arthur's table. But sorrow and evil be your lot before you get to Camelot.
A dragon, an oversized lizard the size of a house, breathing flame, and in combat with a knight who's in mortal trouble. Well, here's my chance to prove myself, or die in the attempt.
Go back, lad! Don't come any closer! No need for both of us to die!
I've a net that's as good as any weapon. I'll try to throw it over the monster's head, and then you can use your sword.
Get back, you young knave! Egad, you've done it! Simple net.
A simple trick, sir. To throw the net over the dragon's head and let you finish him off.
You saved my life, boy.
And you, sir, you're badly wounded.
I am accustomed to wounds. I am Sir Gawain, from the court of King Arthur.
And I am Prince Valiant, and I'm on my way to Camelot.
To become a knight?
While you smile your amusement, sir, your wounds are bleeding. Here, let me help you mount your horse.
I never met a boy so cocksure of himself. So you're a prince, are you? Well, you can tell me all about yourself on the way to Camelot. Egad, I confess I feel a little weak.
Here, sir. Let me help you.
With all your bravado and your confidence, me pretty one, there's naught but pain and sorrow in the days ahead of you. Naught but pain and sorrow.
Straight ahead of you, lad. Do you see it?
Oh, a city of magic. It's Camelot. Like 100 cathedrals all joined together. I have never seen anything so beautiful.
And you'll meet the men whose names have become legend in their own time. And someday, who knows, you may be one of them.
Think of it. I've met them all. Sir Launcelot, Sir Tristram, all of them.
And tonight, you'll meet King Arthur himself.
But you, sir, how do you feel?
Well enough, I hope to be on my feet when I present you to the king. After that, I'll rest a few days. Go to the window, lad. See what's up.
They're moving out. King Arthur, all the knights, the soldiers, they're all leaving.
I must stay behind.
If they're off to war, at least I could have gone with them.
Patience, Val. You haven't earned the right to go with them, not yet. You've a lot to learn, and I'll teach you. The king sent permission for me to engage you as my squire.
A squire? I'm no man's squire. I'm a prince in my own right.
Then go back to your marshlands, lad. For there's no place in Camelot for anyone who won't play by the rules.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm very sorry.
It's not a spear you're holding, lad. It's a lance. Now point it at that wooden post in yonder ground. Now ride for the post and split it in two. Charge! Well, not bad. Not bad at all.
How was that, sir?
Fair, lad. Just fair. You've a lot to learn.
I'll do better next time, sir.
Yonder horseman's in a big hurry. Gad, it's a young girl. And a pretty one. Well, lad, get down off your horse and be ready to help the young lady dismount.
Yes, sir.
Sir Knight, I need your help. Pray help me. An ogre has taken my father's castle, and my father's a prisoner, and so is my mother.
Who are you, girl?
My name is Eileen, sir.
And who is this ogre you speak of?
I know not his name, but he and his outlaws have taken our castle.
Lad,
Sir?
my armor and my horse.
Sir, your wounds are not yet healed.
But surely I have you to lean on, if necessary, for you will go with us.
But there's a knight in armor and a cloak of red, spoiling for a fight, and he's just ahead.
Ho there, Sir Knight.
My respects to you, sir.
Your respects I'll take, whoever you are, but I'll also take your horse and that girl, so be prepared to fight.
So be it. We fight.
Sir, my master's weak from wounds and in no condition to fight.
And if he's too weak to fight, he has no need of armor, nor the horse, nor can he protect the girl as I can. How about you, Sir Knight?
Valiant, take good care of this girl. And I'll do my best to deal with this knave. Have at you, sir!
Sir Gawain is about to fall from his horse. Forgive me, my lady, but I must do something.
Oh, defend your master, brave lad. Oh! Sir Gawain has fallen.
Now, Sir Knight, prepare to meet your end.
No, sir. Before that can happen, you must fight me.
What now, boy? So anxious to meet your doom? Odds ends, you young viper!
You vanquished him, you say?
And stripped him of his armor, took his sword, and sent him on his way, sir. But it was you who taught me how to fight.
Well done, lad. But you must go on with Lady Eileen and leave me here. Who knows? Perhaps a young squire can succeed where a knight has failed.
He's fainted.
How can I help him? He needs attention.
I know a hermit who lives nearby, skilled in the use of herbs.
We'll build a litter and carry him there. And then I'll go on to your castle.
And I'll lead you there.
I keep thinking about Sir Gawain.
We left him in good hands.
Yes, That hermit seemed very capable.
Valiant. In a few moments, we'll be in sight of the castle.
Well, I must first get a glimpse of this ogre.
Oh, he's horrible. So horrible to look at. Like nothing that's human. It's the face of a demon. So grotesque that I screamed when I first saw it. His men are terrified of him. It's their very fear of him that makes them loyal to him. Oh, now you can see the castle.
We'd better ride close to the trees. Swamplands, much like the ones I left. And the water seems to feed the moat around your castle.
Yes, it does. Oh, look. Look up there, on the first battlement. There he is, the ogre. You can see his face.
The face of a demon that came from the grave. Look at it, my pretty one. Do you feel so brave?
Horrible.
He seems to be looking straight down at us.
But he doesn't see us.
It'll soon be dark. Oh, Val, have you any plans?
For one thing, that ogre's face is too hideous to be real. If you ask me, it's a mask.
Could it be one?
Sometime tonight, I may find out. Meantime, you must tell me all you can about the inside of the castle and where the dungeons are. Now, if I take to the water here, I can swim into the moat.
Oh, Val, it's so dangerous.
On the other side of the moat, just under the first tower, there's a tunnel just above the surface of the water, and it leads into the dungeon area.
There's always a guard there.
Only one?
Usually only one.
Now listen, if I am not back here by dawn, take the horses and go back to the hermit. You must promise me that.
I promise. Oh, but please come back.
Swim the dark water. Swim through the night. If the ogre doesn't get you, the demons might.
Who's that? Something in the water, I'll swear. A fish, maybe. Or a shadow. Well, a man shouldn't talk to himself.
Not a sound. One sound and you die. Get back into the tunnel. Quickly. If you make one treacherous move, it'll be the end of you.
Who are you? What do you want?
Two things. Where is your master, the ogre? And where are the king and queen being kept captive?
I'll be tortured to death if I tell you.
You'll be even sorrier if you don't. The ogre must be asleep now. Is he?
Yes.
Lead me to his chamber.
Oh, mercy.
Move, or you may never move again.
There's a guard outside his door.
Stay here. All right, tie this fellow up.
You're going into that room?
Yes, you bind this fellow up.
Don't go in that room, young sir.
Who's there? Who dares come here? What fool dares wake me up in the middle of the night? Whoever you be, and destroy!
Quick, drag that guard in here, then tie up the ogre. He won't hurt you now. Close the door. Now, let's see how much of an ogre this knave is.
What? A mask? It was only a mask he wore.
And I think I can put it to good use.
You're going to wear it?
Yes, and make sure you tie this fellow tightly.
I'll tie him up all right. That I will, sir.
And then lead me to the dungeon where the king and queen are.
There are guards there.
How many?
Perhaps half a dozen. You see, my young lord, the dungeons are filled. Every retainer and soldier of the king is a prisoner.
And the dungeon keys?
Hanging on a wall.
Tell me, how far can I trust you?
On my oath, I swear allegiance.
Then come. I'll tell you my plan. There's no reason for the guards to suspect I'm not the real ogre.
No, my lord. You look like him.
Then do your part and I shall do mine. And you'll be a free man.
As soon as I open this door, the guards will see me.
Make certain they think you're terrified.
Help comes this way. Halt!
Flee for your lives! Run! Run for your very lives! Our master is coming! He's going to cast an evil spell over everyone in the dungeons! I think he's gone mad! Get out of his sight! Already many of our comrades have been destroyed by his curses! Run! Run! Get to your horses! Lower the drawbridge! He's coming now! In the name of mercy, run for your lives! Run for your very lives!
They've all gone?
For now. The keys are there, my lord.
I'll open the dungeons. Go and see if they're lowering the drawbridge. Let me know if they all leave the castle.
That I'll do. And the king and queen are in that first dungeon.
Who comes to us? Who is it? Have pity on my poor wife here. She is weak and sick.
You are free, sire. I am Prince Valiant from the court of King Arthur.
Free? We are free? But you...
Oh, forgive me, sire. I forgot I was wearing the ogre's mask. I'll take it off.
My young lord, the drawbridge is down and they're all riding away in terror.
Unlock all the dungeons and set the soldiers free. I'll go back to the Lady Eileen.
My daughter?
I'll bring her to you, sire.
My boy, how can I repay you?
Sire, at a more appropriate time, I shall ask you for your daughter's hand in marriage.
My lad, my brave lad, anything but that. She is already promised to another young man, Prince Arn.
Another? No. I swear, he shall not have her. This I swear.
Toil and trouble, toil and trouble. Let my magic potions bubble. You'll never be happy, my pretty one, even when your spurs are won.
Dark, mysterious fens on the east coast of Britain, the old witch Horrit looks into the smoldering embers of her magic fire, watching the career of Prince Valiant, who has now returned to Camelot with a heavy heart.
Bear up, lad. The girl's not yet married.
She's promised to this Prince Arn.
We can't always have our heart's desire.
I know. How do you feel, sir? You look well. The old hermit took good care of you.
And you completed my mission. Bravo, Valiant. Everyone at Camelot is proud of you, including King Arthur.
A call to arms?
No, just a proclamation. Let's go and hear what it is.
Hear ye, good knights and gentlemen. I bring you tidings of good cheer. Our neighbor, King Ord, invites you one and all to be present at his castle to celebrate the marriage of his son, Prince Arn, to the Lady Eileen of Branwen. The wedding to take place 2 weeks from this day.
Lad, what is this? Where are you going?
Riding, sir.
With sword and shield? No, lad, stay here. Yes, I know you're bitter, but you cannot challenge Prince Arn on the eve of his marriage.
Forgive me, sir, but I must leave.
Valiant! There's a possibility of your being made a knight of the Round Table. Impetuous youth. Still, perhaps I'd have done the same.
With your sword and helmet, your horse and shield, your moment of doom's already sealed.
Long hours of hard riding through woodlands and plains brought Prince Valiant to a bridge. A bridge so narrow that only one horse could cross it at a time. And before Valiant could ride onto the bridge, another horseman appeared at the opposite side of the bridge. A youth as handsome as Valiant and about the same age.
Give way, whoever you are!
Prince Valiant retreats from no man.
No more does Prince Arn!
Who? Who do you claim to be?
Prince Arn! So advance, Prince Valiant, at your peril!
Prince Arn, is it? Then Prince Valiant greets you as an enemy, and for the first and last time. Be prepared to fight, for but one of us will ever cross this bridge.
So be it! I'm ready.
But the weight of 2 war horses on such a fragile bridge could have but one result. The bridge collapsed, sending both young men into the stream below.
An accident spared you, my friend.
This heavy armor of mine did not spare me anyhow. I'd have drowned if you hadn't dragged me out.
I prefer to deal with you myself. I want no accident to be my deputy.
Well said. Then we'll collect our horses and prepare ourselves to settle this dispute. I've no time to squander, you see. I'm on my way to my father's castle.
In order to marry the Lady Eileen.
You know that.
When we met here, I was searching for you. You see, I intend to marry Eileen myself.
Well met, Prince Valiant. And this time we have something better to fight for. The hand of Eileen. What are you staring at?
For this moment, we are allies against the common foe. Look,
Vikings!
Viking raiders. Quickly, to the horses before they see us.
We should be more than a match for them, you and I.
Viking raiders from across the northern seas come to plunder the coast of Britain. Sturdy-looking barbarians with flaming red hair, they came on foot, swords drawn as they beheld the 2 young princes advancing against them.
Let's see how well you can charge.
I had the best of tutors.
Then charge!
That we vanquished the enemy is one thing, but how we vanquished them.
My sword. Yes, it has a certain power. It's called the singing sword.
Had you chosen to use it on me...
I preferred my lance in dealing with you.
For that I respect you.
That fellow over there, he's wounded. An enemy, yes, but we can make him comfortable before we ride on.
I know this fellow. He is no Viking.
One of their prisoners?
Yes, and I know him. He recently swore allegiance to me, and then to the Lady Eileen's father.
Prince Valiant, is it you?
Quickly, tell us what has happened.
We were escorting the Lady Eileen to the palace of Prince Arn.
I am Prince Arn.
We were set upon by the Vikings.
Where is the Lady Eileen?
Some of the Vikings took her towards the coast. She is a prisoner. I pray you both, go after the Lady Eileen.
We must be practical. The Vikings must be here in force. They must have several ships, and Eileen is being taken to one of them.
One of us must go back for help, even for a ship.
My father's castle is not too far from here. I bid you take my sword, and somehow leave messages for me along the coast, and I'll look for them. I vow to bring help. Take the singing sword. It will prove a good ally.
We'll shake hands before we part. For Eileen.
For Eileen. Godspeed.
To us both.
My words come true, eh, my pretty one? I promised you woe, and now it's begun. You'll never save the maid, I vow. So if you've any sense, you'll give up now.
Signs of the Viking raiders were everywhere. One village after another burned to the ground, left in smoking ruins. More than once, Prince Valiant fought his way through small bands of savage raiders, armed with the magic singing sword. And then at last, he came to the coast and saw Viking ships riding at anchor out at sea. And there on the beach, the Viking camp. Scarcely had he sighted all this when he was set upon.
So you've come too, my lad. By all the Viking gods, you put up a mighty fight. Your sword is a weapon a man might give his life for, and I'll keep it as a trophy. I like your style, lad. You're a brave boy. I've a mind to set you free.
I seek no freedom for myself, but for yonder maid, the one you hold prisoner.
What? You come here swinging your sword and breaking skulls for the sake of that skinny wench? Lad, I'd give a lot to have you as one of my own warriors. Get some food and rest. You can even talk to the girl aboard ship while we sail for home.
At least we are together, even if we are prisoners.
Everything now depends on Prince Arn. These Viking ships are good, but ours are faster.
2 full days, and now the second night comes, the black night of the northern seas. Prince Valiant's eyes grow sore from long hours of scanning the distant horizon. And then, a tiny flickering light, a mile or so astern.
Look, do you see it?
Is it a ship?
And bearing down on us fast. It must be Prince Arn. It must be. If I could only get back the singing sword.
Ship astern! Ship astern! Enemy ship astern!
Prepare to engage the enemy! All hands on deck! Ah, there you are, my fine young warrior. Your friends are coming, eh? Well, I'm going to have a chance to use your beautiful sword.
I think I'll find a much better use for the sword myself. Sleep in peace. With such a sword, methinks I can cut down the mast of this ship, like so!
And even as the mast collapsed, there came a grinding sound of Prince Arn's ship ramming into the Viking craft, and the battle was on. As the Vikings, experts at sea battling, wasted no time in jumping aboard the attacking British vessel.
The Vikings are too many. You must go to the help of Prince Arn, and then you can come back for me afterwards.
Perhaps you are right, fair Eileen. Be brave. I shall come back for you.
And Prince Valiant, wielding the singing sword, fights his way aboard Prince Arn's ship.
Well met, Valiant. We have a battle on our hands.
For the Lady Eileen!
For the Lady Eileen! Victory, eh, Valiant? A victory for us.
Victory? Look there. The Viking chief repaired his ship, and there he is, a good mile away and sailing into a storm.
We can follow. Is Eileen on that ship?
I blame myself for leaving her.
Let's get this ship in some order before the storm hits us.
Not a sign of them.
We must be nearing land.
Scandia, yes. Where the Vikings control most of the countryside.
And that's where we'll find Eileen.
We'll find her. Somewhere.
Land ho! Land ahead! Yes. You can see the land now.
The country where I was born, and from which my family had to flee.
Now, the great rocky cliffs of Scandia, the gloomy fjords, long days and nights of prowling the coastline, sometimes encountering local fishermen who lived in fear of the Vikings, and still no sign of the Viking chief's vessel nor of Eileen. Each day, Prince Valiant and Prince Arn landed and scoured the beaches on foot, looking for signs. One morning, they came upon the wreckage of a Viking boat washed up on the beach.
Look at this.
I see it. The remains of a silk scarf. Eileen had one like it. Oh, and the jeweled clasp she wore.
Then She's drowned.
I won't believe it. Because we found this clasp, it doesn't mean she drowned. Do you think she did? Do you think that?
I promised you naught but sorrow and pain. So take yourself back to Britain again. Toil and trouble, that's your lot. So go on back to Camelot.
So, we must part.
As friends. We shall meet again, Valiant. As friends who share a common sorrow. She is gone from us.
I still won't believe it.
Had she lived, there would have been grief for her. You and I would have had to fight, and one of us.
I know.
So I'll go back to my father's palace, and you go on to Camelot. Someday we shall meet again.
Until then.
The roads and lanes leading to Camelot are filled with knights in shining armor, and Prince Valiant learns that a great tournament is to be held at Camelot. And as he comes in sight of the turrets of Camelot, the meadows are aswarm with knights and their squires.
Valiant, welcome back, lad.
Sir Gawain!
You look weary, boy. Come sit down and tell me about your adventures. You bring round to the tournament.
Why can't I take part?
Someday, lad, when you've gained more experience.
Night comes. There is gaiety at Camelot, and so no one notices the slim boy making his way into the armory and fitting himself with white armor for himself and his horse. Next morning, 100 young would-be knights form a line, facing an equal number of full-fledged knights, their long lances pointed, waiting for the signal from King Arthur that will send them riding full tilt at each other. In the grandstand, Sir Gawain sat next to King Arthur. Sir Gawain.
Your Majesty.
That fledgling without a coat of arms, who is he?
Egad. Lad, I cannot recognize through his armor. I recognize the horse.
Well?
Egad, look at him. He's unseated Sir Tristram.
And he's riding away. Who is he?
If your Majesty would not insist on my answer.
What must I do with your squire, Sir Knight? Surely I cannot punish such a brave lad, even if he has broken the law of tournament.
Your Majesty, a messenger is here.
Oh? What is it?
Your Majesty, the Saxons are invading Britain.
Stop the tournament. We'll finish it another time.
Your Majesty, my squire begs audience.
Oh? What is it, Valiant?
Your Majesty, I grew up along the coast. I know every inch of the fens. Let me guide the troops through them. The Saxons will not expect us from that direction, and we can surprise them when they land.
Well, we'll put your knowledge to useful purpose, lad.
You've got gumption, you have, me pretty one. You've proved your manhood, but the day's not done. If it's storm and strife you want from life, look toward the water, and you will see 5,000 Saxons too many for thee.
Valiant was right, Your Majesty. The Saxons plan to land here in the fens, expecting not to be seen.
They're in for an unpleasant surprise, and methinks we got here just in time. They're coming ashore even now. Go, Sir Knight. Take command of the left flank.
The king is well pleased with you, lad.
It'll be a great battle, sir.
Forward!
None fought more ferociously that day than King Arthur, nor more eagerly than Prince Valiant. There were 2,000 knights arrayed against 5,000 invaders. When the battle was over, the knights were victorious, and even the enemy ships had been destroyed. Now, Kneel before me, Prince Valiant.
Your Majesty.
With this sword, known to all men as Excalibur, I touch your shoulder. Sir Valiant, Prince and Knight of the Round Table. Now rise, Sir Valiant.
We shall soon be back in Camelot, Sir Knight.
I wish my joy could be complete.
You are now a knight, and you have a quest. Lady Eileen may yet be alive. Someday, somewhere along your road of adventure, you may yet find her.
Somewhere in the wild lands of the north, perhaps the Lady Eileen still lived. For Prince Valiant, now a Knight of the Round Table, only time would tell.